A very good morning, class. Class, in today's session, we are going to begin with a new chapter of civics, which is why do we need a parliament? Class, in this chapter, we are going to see that how the people are being involved in making decisions. We all know that India is a democratic country, and the main feature of democracy is the participation of its people. So now how the people participate in making decisions, representatives, all these things we are going to study in this chapter. Why do we need a parliament? So now let's begin with the session. So class, as we all know that India became independent on 15th August 1947, and it took a long difficulty struggle. After 200 years, India got its independence, and it was a very long fight. People from all the sections of the society, irrespective of their caste, color, creed, gender, they participate in the freedom movement. In this struggle, all the people participated, no matter to which background they belong, whether they are Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Jainism. So background, no matter to which background they belong to, because we know that India is a diverse country and people from various backgrounds live here, and these various background people join the struggle for the independence, and these people were inspired by the ideas of freedom, equality, and participation in decision making. So they were too much inspired by getting treated equally, because we all know that under the Britishers' rule, people were not treated equally. They did not have the power to make decisions. Furthermore, they were not have that freedom to express themselves, to choose their profession. So these new ideas inspired the people to make participation in the struggle movement under the colonial rule. And furthermore, the people were so much afraid by the British government that if they did not agree, like whatever the laws the Britishers were making, which we studied in the third chapter also, regarding the indigo plantation, regarding the another types of growing crop. So the farmers were not happy, but they were not able to raise their voices because they were too much afraid with the British government that they might give them punishment, might put them more taxes. So they were not able to raise their voice, okay, because they were so much in danger. They were feared. They were not able to criticize the decisions, the laws, the policies that the Britishers were making. Now the freedom movement changed the situation. As with the passage of time, certain people started raising their voices. They started doing violence, non-violence. They started raising their voice against the British government, and they started to criticize the government openly. They were not afraid what will be the consequences. They started to criticize the policies, whatever the British government was making, the rules that the British government was making, and they wanted to end this. They wanted that it should not be there, and somehow they want to end this, and they want their own demands, like they want equality, they want freedom. So with the passage of time, people started raising their voices. Now if we look back in 1885, the Indian National Congress also demanded that there should be some elected members in the legislature, with which they have a right and they can discuss about the budget and also ask the questions regarding the policies and the laws. Even the Indian National Congress demanded about this, that the Britishers being unfair with the people. So there should be some people, okay, in the legislature which can raise their voices, which can ask the questions in the legislature itself, and which can discuss about the budgets also. Now with the Act of 1909, the Government Act of 1909, some representatives, okay, the Britishers government allowed some representatives to take part in the legislatures under the British rule, and it was not given to all the people. Okay, it was given to certain limited people. Not all the people were given. Okay, now not all the adults could give vote, but certain people were allowed to participate in decision making. Now, as we read in the first chapter also, that the movement of the struggle, that this struggle created little doubt in the minds of the nationalists. Nationalists were those people who were fighting for the nation. Okay, because they wanted that everyone should have this equality, everyone should participate. Why only certain limited people were giving this chance? And they want that all the people, when India will become independent, all the people should be given this fair chance in order to participate in that decision making process. Now, with the coming of independence, as the nationalist movement was going with a very strong wave, the people were so much aware that yes, we are going to attain independence very soon, and all the citizens wanted freedom. Okay, and now with the coming of independence, India got independence, so now they wanted that all the citizens should help the government in making decisions, and the government should not feel like that it is only the government who will make the decision. The aim of the government should be, they should be very sensitive towards the needs of the people, towards the demands of the people, and what the dreams, the struggle people, what was the dream, the people who struggled for the nation should always be there. So they created a constitution for the independence of India. They created a constitution, okay, and in which they lay down certain principles, and among them was universal adult franchises, in which all the adult citizens of the country have the right to vote. Now, this was one of the most important feature of the constitution, because it was giving power to the people so that they can choose their own representative, because we know democracy is by the people for the people, and the makers of the constitution were also aware that the struggle was too hard and too long for the people, and they have already fought a big battle in order to attain this struggle. And each and every person, no matter to which background they belong, no matter to which culture they belong, they all took participate, they all were there, and this power should be given to them. This is one of the most important feature of the democracy, and it desires, and because it desires the approval of all the people in making decisions. Okay, so this is the reason they allowed universal adult franchises should be given to all the citizens of the India when they become an adult, which means above 18 or above 18 years, so that they can participate in this decision making and can raise their voice if something is not happening correctly, if some policy is not being made correctly. Now, how this process goes, like how the people choose their representative. See class, people, they choose their representatives, okay, and the representatives goes to the parliament. Now what happens then when the elections are there, okay, people use the power of vote, and it is through election, okay, people elect their representatives, which forms the parliament. That means that these elected representatives form the government, the people will form the government, and the parliament, which is made up of all the representatives. Now government will be formed, and what is the role of parliament here? That the representatives, okay, together, okay, parliament is a place which is made up of all the representatives that are going to sit together, they are going to control, they are going to guide the government, okay, so that what policies they are going to make, it should be for the betterment of the people, for the welfare of the people, because people have chosen them, they are the representatives, they are representing the people, okay, they are representing that country. So it is the duty of the parliament, it is the duty of the representatives to look over the people's conditions, demands, needs, their dreams, aspirations as they are forming the government, and it is also their duty to control the laws, Okay, so you can see that how much important role democracy is playing here. They are giving the chance to the people to select their representatives so that they can form the government and they can make rules, policies, welfare which is there for them, for the betterment of the people and the citizens. Okay, so class, please make sure you read the starting 2 pages of the third chapter and submit your work on time. Thank you.